day 4 at Wizard World. If you haven't been to a comic convention, you may not know that Sunday is the least popular day. So if you're ever bringing kids, it's a really good day to come to the convention, even though there's not always a lot of things going on. A lot of times some of the celebrities will leave on Saturday, so if you hadn't seen them, you're out of luck. And other celebrities might hang about, like with today, the X-Files stars are still here, so that's kind of neat for some of the people who missed out on that yesterday.
Taking a walk down Artist Alley. Just got some prints from Nubia O'Hare. Here were the ones that I chose after meeting Princess Leia. And here is Nubia O'Hare. Anything you'd like to say to...
Thank you for purchasing for my booth. I'm available at nubiaohare.com for anybody else that's interested.
Perfect. This is artist Adam Hicks. He's got a drawing for me that says 15 magical years. That's Rick's Picks 37 and his wife Jenny. Very nice.
Thanks, man.
Heading to the photo op with Leah Thompson, and this is the line that I need to wait in. Another interesting fact about the photo ops is that even with a line this long, many times they can blast through this in about 10-15 minutes. Just kind of depends on the celebrity, because some of them, they might spend a little bit more time. I would expect that Leah Thompson will be a little bit like that, and so we'll see how it turns out. And here is my Leah Thompson photo op.
I don't know if I... Here, get it.
Get it, Carrie. Get it, Carrie.
I'm starting to drink the microphone also.
Turkey for real?
Yes, that is so awesome.
I'll
You
get it back.
guys have been drinking. I just know it. No, I do the audio because I can. Because, you know, otherwise who's reading it? It's sort of personal. I don't want them talking about me behind my back. I talk about me behind my back. Here.
I can watch that for hours.
That's it.
It's the lapping of that water.
You got
This is
some time.
the breakout star of Force Awakens right here. This guy.
I know, we tried to get him in and he would just run around the set and, you know, bother Ryan, didn't he? But then it started behaving like that. It started misbehaving in a good way. And then we used to drive by the theaters and I just stick my head out of the car and go, I'm in that! Because it was like not saying you were in a movie, but like in that. Because it was more of that than anything else. Like Carrie right now. Where's that other, oh,
I got it.
You're
You want it back?
depriving him of it. That's why he's dying of it. Silly man. Okay, he's so bipolar. Okay. Oh, it's bacon. That's why.
That's why it wins.
There you go. My baby likes bacon, and that's what I'm making. I'm cooking breakfast for the one I love. Okay. You know, look at, my son is Hitler. I can't date anyone. Can you imagine? Hi, I'm on space.com, matchspace.com. Say what you're like. Well, my son is Hitler, and I smoke. How about you? So, you know, it's not someone, I'm not going to get a lot of dates with that. You know, Mother's Day, stuff like that. And look at this. It's going to be a bad thing. No, I didn't. I should have, because I don't like looking at myself on screen. So then you wait half your life when you didn't like it when you should have. And now guess how much I like it now. I literally cried watching it.
No.
I swear I'm that big of a... I'm vain, but I'm working on that because it's really a waste of energy, girls. So that was stupid, and that's why my feelings got hurt. So, but I like being in it. I do.
Is there any of the new General Leia merchandise that freaks you out? Because I know famously
Yes, there's
you
one
didn't like the Leia
cross-eyed,
shampoo.
but I don't know which one that is. Yes. And the Leia, the General Leia panty shields, I don't like those. But anyway, other than that, really cool.
Yeah.
As I've always said, on a shopping planet, where the Force is a really open credit card, where you can get whatever you want. And while you're shopping, you sort of end world hunger and planet peace and all that stuff. Then you go to the spa planet. You see, we do all these guy things with you on your planets.
Right.
But what about those planets where you get, you know, really good designer clothes very inexpensively?
Those are in the expanded universe, right?
Yeah.
Then they have the waxing planet, and the Force would eliminate bikini waxing forever. Thank you. I would be the cause of that.
Queen Leia.
What?
Should have been Queen Leia.
Clean Leia.
Queen or clean Leia. Doesn't matter.
Queen Leia. I would be Queen Leia. I am Queen Leia, boys. I'm general and I'm specific and you know whatever.
Perfect. I love that pitch. Let's make it canon. You gotta.
So for my last event at the con, I am here at Movie Co. Theaters to see a screening of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey with William Sadler and the director of the movie.
Yeah, I haven't liked a lot of his sports.
And on top of that, oingo boingo, like.
No, let's just watch the movie. I'm still very proud of it. As I say, I can't believe it's 25 years ago. Jesus, feels like yesterday. I was 27 or 28 at the time. I'd just done a short film in England and brought it over to Los Angeles just to see Hollywood and see what it was all about. And the short film I did was kind of took off. And the next thing I knew, they'd given me, they said, "Would you like to do this?" Bill and Ted. I said, "Yeah, please, that'd be nice." I was directing Bill and Ted, and it was lots of fun. And I'm glad Bill Sadler is here. I haven't seen Bill for years, and he was a real star of the show. But yeah, let's watch it. I haven't seen it for a long time.
And this
The little girl at the end of the movie, there's the three English, that little family. That's my wife and our daughter in 1991.
Yeah.
And she
I remember you saying, "Can I be in the movie as me somewhere?"
Yeah.
Without this.
I know, and you were kind of
this bald thing on.
No, I'm glad that because she's so cute in that.
Yeah, it's a great little. Scene.
She's 30 now. She just gave us a baby boy.
Wow, congratulations. Yeah. And very quickly turned the short film into a feature film with these guys. And so we were talking, we were developing this film, and they were at the same time beginning to think about a sequel to Bill and Ted. So I was in the room. So they just said to me, "Well, what do you think about doing this?" So I said, "Yes, please." Would be nice. And then there was meetings, and we went through the whole process, and they met with a lot of people, and then I got it a couple of months later. I got it, so it was a real surprise. Nice surprise.
Let's do some questions. Yeah, I mean, the guy in the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey shirt, of course. Fuck it, you sit up here, dude.
All right, sounds good.
You're in a Bogus Journey shirt. Yeah, there you go. All right. There's the question.
Okay, well, I had a question about what kind of difficulties did you have with the splicing together the two sets of Bills and Teds? You know, when you were having the evil robots and the good ones.
Well, I could see all that. We had so many different pairs of Bill and Ted. So Bill and Ted, there were Bill and Ted doubles that could move like them. Then there were stunt Bill and Ted and second unit Bill and Ted. I remember one time we had like 8 sets of Bill and Teds wandering around all over the place. But when I see it, I can see the doubles.
Sure.
And there's the one spot when there's like a fake Keanu Reeves walking behind, and then it just kind of twists, and then it is Keanu, and I always love that moment because it's just like, okay, yeah. It's just one of those things of movie magic that, you know, if you're not really paying a lot of attention, you might kind of miss it, but it's there. So, you know, it's pretty fun. But I did also really enjoy that you used practical effects, like with the black and white makeup and black and white clothes, instead of just, you know, because we didn't have digital effects back then.
No. Film making has come a long way, hasn't it? We've got, there's a handful of digital effects in there, and they're really bad. Like the girls go through Bill and Ted at one point, and Bill and Ted all jellified. It was so bad.
It was state of the art.
Well, the state of the art was Terminator 2, which was the same year.
That's really bad.
I think that was all digital, and they had a little bit more money than us. But yeah, it was
when he jumps into his dad's ear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that bit. When he said that.
That's digital.
Yeah.
But most of the other stuff was, like I say, practical. A lot of practical stuff, a lot of models and matte paintings, all the old fun stuff, and it was all done on film.
Were you there when they? There's a moment when the Reaper says, "Where's the Reaper? Where's Dad?" And they look, you hear, and they look up and he's falling.
Yeah.
That's a stunt. That was a stunt guy in Reaper clothes with a rubber scythe, and they built it because I was watching. Because I just happened to be there watching that day. And they had built this huge pile of mats, like, you know, to fall on. And in the middle of it, they put the camera pointing straight up. But they didn't sink the camera down far enough.
Sure, he didn't have another take in
He
it.
landed with his Johnson on the mat box and bent the mat box. He just, right? He goes like that. And he got up and hobbled away. And I remember somebody said, "You okay?" And stuntmen are, "This is stuntman for you." Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, it was like his leg could be laying on the ground or something. And they're, "No, I'm fine. Want to go again?" "Yeah, sure. Whatever." He was in a horrible way.
I guess we'll take the next question.
They would never do that. There were all these sort of different things they were talking about trying. Yeah.
I have no memory of that. I just remember the bald guy.
Yeah.
Once he was set, that was it forever.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. It was and I remember that there was my nerves were like to do the accent and the makeup and the costume and the thing and the board game. I think it was Clue was the first. Oh no, Battleship. It was the first shot of the first day of the very first time I walked on the set, and I was just terrified. I was just, my heart was walloping in my chest, and after a take or two, there was like smiles among the. It was like everybody around me, all the people that were like, "Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work?" And it went, yeah, no, that's gonna work. It's well.
We had to totter around on 12-inch heels too.
Yes, huge shoe thingies.
Death wears high heels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very high heels. Yeah. In fact, the original title, while we were shooting it, the title was Bill and Ted Go to Hell.
Yes.
And we weren't allowed to do that, or we were too scared to do that. I think really, yeah.
I have a script somewhere that says Bill and Ted Go to Hell.
Yeah.
Wow.
There were hats and T-shirts with Bill and Ted Go to Hell, stuff like that.
And then he changed it before it released.
Yeah, and then they were worried that people were going to say, if we called it Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, that people were going to say, yeah, it's a bogus movie. So there was fighting over that. But I did hear somewhere the idea of Bill and Ted in the Haunted House, that kind of thing.
Oh.
Because it was based a little bit on the sort of Bob Hope and Bing Crosby road movies. But that's a question for the writers, I think, for Ed and Chris and Ed.
Bill and Ted's Demon Night, maybe?
Yeah,
Did you enjoy
I loved working with George Carlin, but I didn't really know at the time that he was George Carlin. So he was just like sort of,
Yeah, yeah.
people were sort of saying, hey, it's a comedian guy. And I was, how are you? And we would have chats, and then like years later, I realized who he was. I thought, fuck, I had the opportunity to meet him and know him and chat to him, and I didn't do it.
He was so lovely backstage, because he's, I mean, you all know what he did on stage when he's, you know, his public persona, but off stage, he was just, he was so bright and interested. He was just interested in you and what you were doing, and what acting wasn't what he did. So we were sort of like leaning on each other, kind of, in a funny way. We had I had a lot of acting training, and I gave him, I had written all these songs, and I gave him a cassette of the songs that I'd written, and I heard from him years and years and years, like 15 years later, just before he died, he called me at home in New York and said, Bill, I wore out the cassette tape. Could you send me another one? And, but he was so sweet and kind of low key. It was just an interesting difference between that and what you saw every time he went, you know, when he's on stage hosting Saturday Night Live or something. Yeah, he was lovely. He was just I enjoyed him a lot.
I would have, if I'd have known a little bit more about him at the time, we would have done a whole lot more with him, I think. Because he's at the beginning, but then he sort of throws the guitar into the booth and follows after them, and then someone says, he's been lost in the circuits of time. And that's it, and then he pops up at the end. So he's kind of thrown away a bit. Yeah, and Pam Greer's disguised as Pam Greer.
Yes.
That ends day 4 of Wizard Chicago. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to click to subscribe, because I will be going to more cons in the